So I'm feeling something tapping on my ear. It's very annoying. And I can put my hand up right here. And I feel something tapping on my hand, like about that strong. Not that strong, but now my ear is not feeling that tapping anymore, or that pressure, or that discomfort. It can actually be dialed up to be very painful and feels like an ice pick sticking in your ear. Now they're dialing it up right now, and now my hand is hurting. And my hand's kind of going numb a little bit. It feels like it's being electrocuted slightly, as is my forearm. So now the sensation's back in my ear, dead. Not on anything. I'm not mentally ill. Wouldn't matter if I was, because this is something that's not caused by mental illness. It's a physical sensation. I'm literally feeling something. It also feels like that as well. But the actual physical sensation is like that. But I can almost sounds like someone's doing that. My hand's starting to hurt now. And now I'm feeling that. In my hand. And the sensation went away from my ear. Now it's increased to my hand. I still don't feel it in my ear. I start to feel it, then I kind of have to move my hand around. Now my hand is starting to hurt. That is not a mental illness, Dad. My brain, first of all, if I had nerve damage would not, if it was here, it wouldn't just suddenly jump to here consistently in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos. And it wouldn't jump back and forth and back and forth. That doesn't make sense. It's not a mental illness either. My brain is not imagining that. I'm also not lying to you. It doesn't make sense. And I know it doesn't make sense that people would waste their lives doing this to another person, but imagine if it was the police or local law enforcement or government or military. And you know that I've never been someone that was a conspiracy theorist before, so that's very important, Dad, that you remember that. I'm a computer scientist. I'm a logically thinking person. You have not been thinking logically or rationally lately. And if you get angry or defensive against that, that is your problem. And you are visiting that problem upon me. So once again, when I give you this feedback, think of yourself as a third party. If you instantly react with an anger or a stubbornness or an instantly like a skepticism or an instantly like I don't believe that or that's not true, that is not logically, that is not setting yourself up to think logically. You might also be gang-stalked as well. I know for a fact that you were for a certain period of time, because it was not a coincidence that you remember the Hampton Inn story after visiting me and Chris when I had just returned from Chris's house after having been there in over 10 years, and mentioned the Hampton Inn sign just at the moment that I looked up at the Hampton Inn sign. That is not a coincidence. It is also not a coincidence that you couldn't think of Gay Seaman's name when I was trying to tell you, hey, that person that had a really funny name, and you couldn't think of it. They can block you from guessing by subliminally suggesting other things into your head. Similar if a person was standing next to you and spouting like guesses next to you, wrong guesses or just, whatever. But it is not a coincidence that at the moment that you said Hampton Inn, I was looking up at the Hampton Inn sign half a block down the road, just after visiting Chris. That is not a coincidence. And even if you think it was, that's not nerve damage and that's not a mental illness, and I'm not lying to you.